Morning. Hey, it's Wes again with Wes Berg Tarot again here for Tarot Card of the Day on January 3rd, 2018. Tech issue seems to be resolved. Hi, Laura. Everything looks appropriate. So I'll get back to I already picked the card, so I'll just pop it up here. Today's card is the Nine of Swords. Morning again, Laura. So we have this Minor Arcana card that the Swords suit talks about communication. A lot of times the theme can be kind of conflict. This card certainly kind of has that flavor to it. There's also the suit of air. Hey, Charlotte, good morning. Our element of air to this. So, quick deconstruction of the card kind of gives a highlight as to what's going on here. We have a person who has these, if it's nighttime and this person is kind of up, really stressed out, trying to dream, and they're having a hard time with it, it's because these swords loom in their background in kind of a really stressful way. So when this card shows up in a reading, ultimately what we're kind of contending with is stress, conflicts that have yet to be resolved that are kind of spilling over and kind of affecting your way of thinking, and this person is losing sleep over whatever issues that they're having at the moment. And that's a nutshell what this card's all about. When this card shows up in a reading, it's usually like, okay, what stress are you contending with? What difficulty are you moving into? And what do you need to do to kind of resolve this? To be overwhelmed to the point of being this stressed out, losing sleep, and having your life be disrupted that much, that's terrible. And so you got to acknowledge that something's wrong, clearly, and that you need to find whatever it is in your toolbox to deal with this emotionally. And that's kind of what this card's about. It's not like it says that there's any particular resolution to this. It's just acknowledging that there is a lot of overwhelming stress, and it resonates with you as something divinatory today. Then you'll have the opportunity to really confront this kind of feeling, confront what's going on, probably maybe isolate the source of what's going on with your stress and try and deal with it appropriately, if you can. Sometimes we find ourselves in this state and we don't know it until we're kind of like, we go from like a little bit of stress, a lot of bit of stress, and then we're in like overdrive with stress. And that's how some people operate. That's kind of how I operate. I don't really think about it until sometimes I'm like at DEFCON 1. I skipped from like DEFCON 5 to 1, and it's just hard. So step 1 is recognizing that you're in this super stressed out place. Step 2 is to ask the questions, what can you do about it? So if this ends up being divinatory for you today, be prepared to kind of just take this on head on and try and as quickly as most efficiently as you can deal with what you'll need to do to kind of untangle yourself from all of this stress, all of the issues that you feel might be looming over you. If this ends up being more guidance or meditative for you today, well, I guess posing the question, like, what do you do when you find yourselves in stressed out situations? Do you have healthy reactions and then kind of move on, or do you kind of get stuck in maybe not unhealthy, well, I guess I will say incoherent and unhealthy ways of kind of dealing with stress at first before you have a chance to process and get past it? No. Evaluating how we respond to things and try and be a little more clear and conscientious about how we do that and what's important when we do find ourselves in situations could be the whole point of this card coming up. If it's not going to be something you're going to experience directly, at least kind of having to run the drill, so to speak. Anyway, I hope that's good. I hope, I don't know, I don't hope this happens to anyone, but I hope if it is going to be something that you deal with today, that you deal with it as best you can and as quickly as you can. So on that, if you have questions or comments, please leave it on the post here. I will respond if I can, and see you guys tomorrow. Take care.